A Tulsa police officer on administrative leave as the department releases new information about the shooting of Terence Crutcher.
There was no gun on the suspect or in the suspect vehicle.
And the Crutcher family calls for justice.
We're demanding today, immediately, that charges are pressed against this officer.
While police, the DA's office, and city leaders promise a full investigation.
We don't want to see things that happen in other cities here in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Hi everyone, we've been covering this story for days now. Today we have the video from the Tulsa Police dash cam and helicopter from the shooting that left 40-year-old Terence Crutcher dead.
Crutcher's family says he was on his way home Friday night when his car stalled. Today, Crutcher's family joined by attorneys asking for peace, but also demanding justice for Terence. Also this afternoon, Chief Chuck Jordan admitting Crutcher was unarmed, and he's encouraging the Department of Justice to conduct a complete investigation. The community is demanding change. The activist group We the People Oklahoma, joined by state and city leaders, both past and present this afternoon.
Channel 8's Burt Mummolo live tonight downtown with their message. Burt.
Mark Lewis, the group's organizer, says that the officer who fired that fatal shot should be arrested immediately and not be given a, quote, paid vacation. Lewis, you'll recall, was highly instrumental in the removal of Stanley Glanz as Tulsa County Sheriff. So we asked him, does he think that Tulsa Police Chief Chuck Jordan should head for the exit door?
I don't want to give an opinion on that because right now I think Chief Jordan is a good chief, so far. I think he has handled the situation C+, possibly. We have an amicable relationship. He has an open door policy, but I do think that Chief Jordan has to become serious about diversifying.
Coming up tonight at 10, we'll meet the youngest demonstrator at the site, an 8-year-old named Angelo, who held up a sign that said, "Don't shoot." Live downtown, Burt Mummolo, Tulsa's Channel 8.
Burt, thank you. Now we want to get to the video from Tulsa Police. We want to alert you, this video is graphic. We will not be showing the entire video. We do want to show you what led to the shooting. Officer Tyler Turnbow can be seen using a taser or stun gun on Crutcher.
Then Officer Betty Shelby fires her gun at Crutcher. Our video will stop there, but you'll be able to hear the audio. This first video is from the Tulsa Police dash cam.
Pleasing your fans and always being their band. Do you find it really hard?
Which way are they facing?
Now?
They're facing westbound. I think he may have just been tasered. Shots fired!
All right, that's from the ground. Now the next angle you're about to see is from a police helicopter hovering over the scene.
We'll play the video through the moment of impact, then freeze the video and let the audio run. Here it is.
This guy's still walking and following commands.
Not for taser, I think.
Got a feeling that's about to happen.
That looks like a bad dude, too, to be honest with them.
Which way are they facing?
Police 1, they're facing westbound. I think he may have just been tasered.
Shots fired!
Ooh.
321, we have shots fired. We have one suspect down. We need to answer here.
Tulsa Police Chief Chuck Jordan says the first time he saw that video was with the Crutcher family this weekend. Today he is promising justice. Channel 8's Ryan Braschler joins us now live downtown with details. Ryan.
City leaders are calling for peace tonight following the release of that video we just showed you. Chief Chuck Jordan calling it disturbing and difficult to watch, but he hopes the people of Tulsa will rise above what he calls a sad event. City Councilor Jack Henderson took to the podium this afternoon, flanked by other leaders in the black community, telling reporters the medical examiner tells him they expect to release Crutcher's body to his family today. Henderson also pleading with people to be patient echoing the thoughts of Chief Jordan and District Attorney Steve Kunzweiler to avoid the violence and rioting that we have seen in Ferguson, Missouri, Baton Rouge, and other cities across the country.
My hope is that we remain a strong city, a together city, and we don't want to see things that happen in other cities here in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Henderson also spoke about his optimism that the police department is handling this situation the right way, and he says nothing will be swept under the rug. District Attorney Steve Kunzweiler says his office is handling this case as a criminal investigation, but won't be able to comment on specific facts until that investigation runs its course. Live downtown, Ryan Braschler, Tulsa's Channel 8.
Ryan, thank you. Tonight, the Crutcher family is working with civil rights attorneys familiar with police shootings. They want the death of Terence Crutcher to signify change, not just here in Tulsa, but in America. Tonight, Channel 8's Kim Jackson is live at the Greenwood Cultural Center where the family is calling for justice. Kim.
Mark, the family met here this afternoon calling for peaceful demonstrations after they saw the video. And one attorney for the family says that Terence Crutcher did not die in a hospital, but instead died on the street in his own blood.
We're truly devastated. The entire family is devastated.
It was an emotional outpouring from a family grieving over 40-year-old Terence Crutcher. He was leaving a music class when police stopped at his car sitting at a standstill. Attorneys say Crutcher had broken no laws and from the video made no sudden moves to threaten officers. They say Crutcher was the one who needed help.
He needed help. He needed a hand, but what he got was a bullet in his lungs.
And the Crutcher family wants everyone to know they want charges filed immediately. And this is a family that historically in Tulsa has ministered through music. They want the public to honor that and demonstrate peacefully. Kim Jackson, Tulsa's Channel 8.
Kim, thank you. Today, we've also learned the ACLU is calling for criminal charges to be filed against the officers, claiming they have little regard for Tulsa's community of color.
The pursuit of justice in this case won't rest with the Tulsa police and the district attorney. The U.S. Justice Department is already conducting a separate and independent investigation. Channel 8's Charles Neile has a look at what that means. Charles?
Well, Neile, the involvement of the DOJ and investigators of the FBI will help to assure there's no local bias involved in the case. People from outside the Tulsa justice system will have an objective view of the situation. The U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Oklahoma promises a comprehensive and independent review.
The Justice Department is committed to investigating allegations of excessive force by law enforcement officers, and will devote whatever resources necessary to ensure that all allegations of serious civil rights violations are fully and completely investigated.
The U.S. Attorney told me this morning that an active investigation is already underway, and they have the cooperation of the Tulsa police. All those involved are working to avoid a repeat of the unrest in places like Ferguson, Missouri. Problems that were sparked by street rumors and a lack of communication by the police. A local communications expert says in any case, third-party oversight and timely transparency can assure the public that things are being done right.
In my opinion, that would be the first things that you have to do. And so those are occurring right now. And hopefully we can call for peace in our community. We do not want to see some of the things that have happened in other cities across the nation.
And so Tulsa authorities appear to be making a solid effort to get in front of this difficult situation. It should be noted that the Justice Department investigation is in response to a request that was made by Tulsa's police chief. Live in the Webb Center, Charles Neile, Tulsa's Channel 8.
Charles, thank you. Mayor Dewey Bartlett also promises the city will do all it can to have an investigation that provides justice for all of Tulsa. He says that includes the family of the man killed.
Another group calling for a demonstration of action in the shooting met outside the Tulsa County Courthouse today. Their mission is to raise awareness about Crutcher's death. Demonstrators are calling for the mistrust between officers and the community to stop, as well as offering more training for officers. Another solution they're calling for is more community-based policing so others can pay attention to issues at a smaller level before they become bigger.
We need to find ways to address this issue, not just from the police standpoint, but from the community standpoint of self-responsibility too.
Protesters say they'll continue this movement throughout the week. Lots of developments are expected in this story over the next several days, and we'll be here tracking it all for you.
Be sure to stay with Tulsa Channel 8 on air and online. Our team's working around the clock to bring you the latest updates in this case.
Now, from the Oklahoma